a man put his friend inside a tire and pushed it down the street. The going was pretty easy at first, but when he hit an uphill stretch, no matter how hard he pushed, the tire kept rolling back down. Finally, the man made it to the top of the hill exhausted. He crouched down to rest for a moment, but the tire started rolling away on its own. He saw what was happening and ran after it, but he was too tired to catch up. Slowly, the tire veered off the road and rolled straight into a big pit nearby. Good thing it was only his friend's corpse. A few days earlier, they'd gone out to work together when his friend suddenly died of a heart attack. According to custom, the dead must be buried in their hometown, so the man decided to bring his friend's body home. First, he disguised the corpse as a drunk and managed to get on the bus heading home, but halfway there, they ran into bandits. To protect his friend's death benefits, the man had to tell them the truth. The bandits were impressed by his loyalty and not only didn't steal his friend's money, but gave him all the money they'd stolen from others. But this didn't win over the other passengers. After the bandits left, everyone took their money back, and because he'd brought a corpse on the bus, they all demanded refunds from the driver. Left with no choice, he had to get off with his friend. He carried his friend on his back down the road home. When he came across a broken down car, he decided to help the guy fix it and maybe get a ride for part of the way. He got the engine running for the car owner, but the guy just drove off without him. The man had to keep carrying his friend, but he hadn't eaten in a long time. Then he came across a funeral procession and got an idea. He disguised his friend's body as a scarecrow and snuck into the funeral party, planning to get a meal at the reception. But when dinner time came, he ran into the old man from the portrait. The man was terrified. The old man explained that he lived alone and had no one to hold his funeral when he died, so he'd arranged a fake funeral while he was still alive. He'd noticed the man crying so hard during the day and struck up a conversation with him. When the old man heard his story, he gave him a flatbed cart, so the man pulled the cart and continued on his way home. But this didn't get him home smoothly either. When he hit a downhill section, the momentum flipped the cart over. Luckily, he wasn't hurt, but the flatbed was wrecked. Then he saw an overturned truck ahead. He borrowed a discarded tire from the driver. Though the tire made things easier for a while, it eventually rolled into that pit. But this led to an unexpected discovery. He found money his friend had hidden in his shoe. He decided to use this money to rent a car. When he finally reached his hometown, he found it had become ruins. The man stood there, completely stunned. In that moment, the journey home became meaningless. How often do you go home?